All right, nice hot day, bright day, back at the worm farm. I said I'd never do this, I wouldn't do this again this year, but considering my last video where I showed how I got the wrong type of worms and how unfortunately common that seems to be in this industry, I wanted to show what the right type of worms look like. These are from, I'll name the company, these are from Lakeshore Vermicomposting. He comments on my videos sometimes. Someone else in the comments told me about them when they noticed that I got the wrong type of worms a couple videos ago. I don't know if those two commenters are related or what, but happy they helped me out. So we're gonna open these up and see how they look and put them in the farm. Okay, first of all, a little note is their shipping practices are good. They didn't ship the worms too moist, so the box got soggy. That happens quite often, more than you'd think, where people ship them with too wet of a substrate. Because you can ship them pretty dry substrate and they won't die. I don't want to cut in there and hurt the worms. And but if you ship it too wet, they soak up into the box and the box falls apart, and then the worms get smashed and they almost always die that way. Okay, these are 2.5 pounds of ENC. Let's see how they look. They were shipped kind of dry, which is fine. It looks like they're shipped in their, you know, their compost medium, which is great. They seem kind of, man, that's a fat worm. I mean, they're in shock from shipping, but they seem really healthy. Also, they did not ask me to do this review. I'm just doing it because I really appreciate that they had worms available and that they take the time to ship the correct type of worms. Awesome. I'm gonna put these in, kind of wash a couple off and look at them closer. Okay, I'm gonna put them all in one spot, kind of dampen them out. These are really healthy looking worms that they sent me. I couldn't be happier. Night and day difference between what I got last time. See, he's trying to get away. They're already moving into the substrate. Put some of the cardboard they gave me. I'm gonna put it in there so they kind of have some bedding in their first area. They'll all spread out throughout all this. I just flipped some of this to find a lot of the blues from last time. They've all spread out. They've actually come all the way down to here a little bit. So, and they're all fat and happy still too. They just, you know, they don't have the longevity that these will. These should, you know, start reproducing, and hopefully I'll never lose these, and these will be the beginnings of kind of the slow reset my farm has been going through this year, and I really appreciate that. See, there's a good ball of red worms. That's awesome. They're a little bit more chill, not flipping around like the blues were. They just look healthy, and he sent me, you know, definitely the amount I ordered, which I really appreciate. There's a lot of people that send, you know, they count the weight of also the substrate they sent it in, and sometimes that substrate, like I said earlier, is damp, and so that takes away your weight of your worms and you get less worms than you ordered. New worms are in, about 5 pounds worth. I'm gonna come back in a couple days and feed them. Right now I don't want to disturb them any more than I already have. And there's plenty of food still on top. There's worms eating it, which is a good sign. You know, I wasn't asked to do this video by Lakeshore Vermicomposting. I just, you know, somebody showed them to me, sent me a link to them, and after seeing that I'd ordered the wrong worms, and then did the video last week, and I wanted to do this video just to show that it is possible to send the right worms, and they did, and they sent them good. They were healthy. They had good shipping practices. When I first started this farm over a year ago now, I knew it would take a while. I didn't do it to make a quick buck. If I was doing it to make a quick buck, you know, I would have quit when my worms died the first time. I was doing it because I'm pretty passionate about this process. I'm really passionate about having, you know, good organic soil and compost for your gardens and farms. it's just something I really care about. And so I'm fine with taking my time. I'm fine with making mistakes, and I'm more than happy to show my mistakes. When I first started, I ordered worms from dozens of farms. I probably spent $300 or $400 just on worm samples, you know, just getting a pound of worms, 2 pounds of worms here and there. And it was just to see how people did it and how people ship them. And I was really disappointed that most do not seem to care, and it might just be because they're busy, they're in a hurry, they just ship them out, and a lot of worms arrive dead or damaged or hurt. I mean, you can't just blame the farmers, you gotta blame the post office as well. But it was such a common thing that, you know, people just don't care, and it bothered me a little bit, but I also understood. I mean, you can't, once the box leaves your farm, you can't control what happens to it. But like you saw here, you can do some things to make sure nothing happens. They put, you know, the cardboard shavings in there, the cardboard cut-ups in there, and it helped. It cushioned them, kept them safe. They made sure that the worms weren't wet when they were sent, so they didn't make the box soggy and make the box fall apart. The farmers that do the best that ship the best tend to do that. They take their time, they think it out, and so far, first time from them, great experience. Good worms, good healthy worms, alive worms. Another one is Northwest red worms. Great experience every time I've gotten worms from them. They take a lot of care in how they ship them. I'm not going to name farms I had bad experiences with because I don't think that's right, but I will name the farm that sent me the wrong worms, and I haven't heard back from them. And I did more research. It's not really a farm. It's more of like a broker, and I made the mistake of not vetting them. It was earthwormsforsale.com. I'm sure other people have had good experiences with them, but so far they haven't returned any of my emails, and I've just had a bad experience. Like I said, the first time I ordered from last year when I was vetting everybody, they sent not the right amount of worms, but they were good worms. This year, they sent the right amount of worms, just the wrong worms, and they haven't written me back, and I've emailed them 2 or 3 times now. Pretty disappointing, but that's just how it goes. This year seems to be the busiest year for worms. I wish I was part of it, but I'm not, and that's okay. Next year maybe I will be. I mean, all the farms are sold out, so maybe they're just busy, but who knows. Another reason I did this video is because this isn't like a new industry. I think I said that in my last video as well. It's a growing one though, and people are becoming more conscious of what they put in their soil and what they put in their gardens. Vermicompost is going to become a bigger market, and so is selling worms and having people do their own home stuff, home composting, which I 100% support. That's how I started, was doing home composting. I really just, it's good to see that I want to support people who are honest in the industry, and there's a few that I found that are. It becomes harder to find who's honest and who's either lazy or dishonest. I think it's more laziness, but I don't like assuming bad things about people. I just want good quality service and product, and people to be honest in their business dealings, and I'm going to try and be when I finally get to that point. Who knows how many years that'll be, but I got to grow this place out a little bit bigger first before I really hit the ground running. I'm only local and small at the moment. I am selling castings, okay, just very, very small scale. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that there's people that do it right and there's people that do it wrong, and I'm hoping that the people who do it right come out on top as this industry grows and becomes bigger and more I don't know if accepted is the right word, but more I don't know, common knowledge. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more. I'm excited. Things are still going okay. I haven't had huge die-offs. It was coming up around this time last year that I started noticing problems, and you know, that was like a 2 or 3 month ordeal trying to figure that out. But right now that's not happening, and we're rolling. We got worms reproducing, and there seems to be more and more each time I check. I need to get better at not checking and disturbing them. That's just on me though. I'm impatient, and I love watching them and love seeing them. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.